top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Run for cover, you discover some will thrive and others suffer. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Ooh, don't wait, don't hesitate. Better speak the truth, let it resonate and let it detonate and get blown away till you keep on rising to a higher place. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop coming till we hit the top. Gotta keep pushing till the day I make it, since they won't give it to me, then I got to take it. The pain today is power tomorrow. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. No matter what they say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Not enough to keep us smothered, lower class, never the upper. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of a.
Good evening, you are in Spacey Wolf Squad. This is your Wolf Commander Wolftan. I am your werewolf, and tonight we are celebrating Halloween a bit late. So I don't really have anything Halloween specific playing. Instead, we just went with our usual titles. But yeah, we're gonna just talk about what happened during Halloween, I suppose, per what Don was saying yesterday. Which, short answer, not a whole lot of anything, to be honest. It's that weekend, guys. It's kind of dry, it's kind of slow. But I'm here with the two ladies, the lovely Leia Plus Size.
Well, good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and welcome to our little chat about some what we did for the Halloween weekend, and we hope you enjoy the things that we have to say. I'm sure it'll be interesting.
I mean, we can try.
We'll try. I don't have much, but I do have something very interesting that I noticed, so maybe that'll
start the conversation. We have the humblest of riders, Humble Marty.
Hello, my name is Humble Marty, and I write things. And this Halloween, I got to be Where's Waldo and hand out candy to kids who found me.
Interesting.
You're not going to elaborate? You might as well keep going.
Well, they were asking me what would I want to be for Halloween, and since I'd already have the button-down shirt and dress pants, I said I'd be an insurance agent. That's because I had no costume. So I go downtown to where I usually volunteered at the thrift store. For $3, they had a red and white Where's Waldo striped t-shirt. I grabbed a blue beanie for $1. Put those two together, and it's like, now I'm Where's Waldo. And I blended in with all of the costumes. We had a ton of people playing Wednesday, because that was one of the most popular shows on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. I saw lots of Wednesdays, yeah.
And my favorite one was the inflatable Godzilla costume. Done in the same style as those T-Rexes. And I basically got to hand out grab bags of candy.
Okay, let's go with that.
Which was kind of fun because most of the kids who didn't know who Where's Waldo was thought I was just it wasn't as kinky as you might think. There was not a lot of sexy costumes out. The police officers were handing out glow sticks on a ribbon so people could wear something glowy around their neck. And one furniture store lined a whole bunch of those little pumpkin trick-or-treat bags over so they could hand out candy. And it's funny watching the kid try to teach the younger one how to say trick-or-treat. It's like, trick-or-treat, smell my feet, get me something good to eat. And the kid would be like, "Do I sniff it or do I eat it? Not my feet. You get a treat."
That's endearing. I spot me a
And
Leon
then
Kennedy, but keep going. What are you gonna say?
and then my family died. Well, my dad and I got to watch Adam's Family movies, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, I love the Adams Family movies. I had watched them over the weekend. I love the Adams Family films.
Now, the one I surprisingly enjoyed was that animated one because, granted, it's got its flaws, but you had their antagonist for the movie was literally Margot, the HOA 1984 Karen. She built an entire town. It was Barbie pink. And then her and then her daughter decided to go goth. She made friends with Wednesday and they basically swapped styles just to freak their mothers out. And and Margot going through the stages of grief while trying to wage war with someone who is pretty outclassed her. It's funny. And
I've
then
never
she
s-
ended up and then she
no,
ended up being Uncle Fester's girlfriend.
just about to ask.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask that. I've never seen the animated Adams Family film because the two live action films are enough for me, and I really love Raul Julia and
Well, it's a
Angelica
series.
Houston. Angelica
Yeah, that's true.
Houston. Uh,
Those movies will always be a number one place in my heart. The animated one, surprisingly, actually kept up the spirit of the Adams Family and tried adding a bit of backstory. Like, I think if I remember right, I think the original for the original TV series, I was like, what's which actually got started by a okay, Adam's Family got started by a comic script that was in the New York Times.
Hmm.
The when they did the black and white movie, they had to make the house bright pink so it could show up on a black and white camera.
That's my gateway to the series. To Alan's Family was the original series.
yeah, I love the original.
You
I love the
ready?
original. The original series is one of my favorite shows too, and that's why I love the movie with Angelica Houston and Raul Julia because I felt they captured the spirit of what the Adams Family TV show is all about with John Aston and Carolyn Jones. So I'm a big fan of the films. I just
Jones really had that striking, shapely face, to
yes,
say the least. She really has that shapely face and and the shapely figure to really accentuate the beauty of Morticia, whereas Houston has allure to her and
I
mystique.
and an exoticness a bit in her face. Yeah, I always felt why.
Well,
She,
everything
yeah, you're
exudes
right.
allure and mystique.
You're right. And those are part of the qualities of Morticia Adams. And you're right the way you describe Angelica Houston. That's why I think she was perfectly cast for the role. And you're also right about Carolyn Jones. And that makes Carolyn Jones iconic, because of the way you just described her. She just had
With
that
the
face
way
and shit.
how
She had those eyes that really
the
just
original had that
popped up.
just basically had that TV series vibe to it, even though it had a bit of a gothness and macabre to it. So when it came down to the movies, and especially with the with the continuing and hastily advancement in technology, the movies really brought out the sort of mystical and dare I say it, aura of the Adams family within that technology. Like even you would have thought that the movies were directed by Tim Burton, which they weren't. They had, but they had that unique style to it. Everything you felt the darkness and the shadows within each corner of the um the mansion, the manor.
Hmm.
You felt, you can smell the dust and the dankness and the aging wood of that house, and you could kind of almost smell them at times. You couldn't
You could
put your finger
also
on.
see made that smelly place home.
Yeah, but you could never put your finger on what they probably would smell like if you were in their vicinity. Maybe Wednesday might smell like sunflowers, even though sunflowers don't have a scent. Or Pugsley might smell like your garden variety pest spray, and Fester would smell like probably gunpowder or whatever material that you put in to make bombs, or just he would smell burnt at least because of the many times he was electrified to say the least, and that's a that's just one thing that you have to really get right whenever you decide to adapt the Addams Family, and they've been adapted several times so far. It's just the fact that, as I said yesterday about Tron, when it came down to the Daft Punk music section, is that the '90s movies, really set the bar and set the standard to what Addams Family portrayal should and always look like whenever you decide to adapt Addams Family. And granted, the Addams Family new series, the new generation series, did almost capture that. It's just the fact that their budget wasn't matching up with the movies that much.
Hmm.
Then we
So yeah.
saw Tim Burns' idea of the Addams Family, which
Mhm.
became Wednesday. I was like, yeah,
Someone said in the you interesting. You brought up some more in-depth details that I may have not paid attention to with the film, but that's great. Those are things I need next time I watch it because I have it on physical media. I'll look back at it again. And the design, you're right. The design is a big part. That's a big part of the Adams Family world. Is you have to get the design of their world right in order to capture the flavor and the
now
feeling of
if
the
you're
Adams
not
family.
now, I would say to anybody, if you're not too sure on how that entails, or what best way to portray without having to fall back on the movies, always fall back on the comic strip from the newspaper. Always fall back on that, because that will tell you everything you need to know about the Adams Family. Which that's why I'm a bit lenient on the I think it's the Leica animation or the Illumination animation version. I'm not too crazy about Wednesday's you know pigtails being nooses. I never like when they try to be too on the nose with the whole worshiping the death and the macabre style. I'm never a fan. It's,
That
it's
just
not
never.
that. That's not how you do that. That's not how they're supposed to be portrayed. Their words and stuff fits the macabre and death, but they don't always model themselves after that. They're technically supposed to look like they're going to a funeral, but not be the funeral.
The part I liked the most out of the movie was they actually did a full portrait of all of the extended family.
Hmm.
I just want to add, and somebody brought this up in the comments. I think it was Hoyt X. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Yes, I love the relationship between Gomez and Morticia. That's one of my favorites. Because when you think back to the TV show, and for those of you that know the history of the TV show, Gomez and Morticia were sexy for that time in television. And that time in television, married couples were not allowed to show affection. But Gomez and Morticia had no problems showing affection. When she spoke French, that drove Gomez wild, and there came the kisses. And no other couple on TV was like that because this is the 1960s, and families are supposed to be, all American cookie cutter, the beef and all that kind of stuff. Leave it to Beaver and stuff. Yeah, that was the heart and soul, and that's what I really enjoyed even as a kid. And I think once again in the film, Houston and Julia really nailed that they are a sexy couple. They are a married couple allowing to show passion and to be sexy. And for television with the TV show, for those of you who don't know, that was rare. That was very rare on television for a couple to be. Most couples were
You,
either, you know, goofy or silly, or the affection was edited out. But the TV show
oh
was a
yeah.
groundbreaking that they allowed this married couple to show affection and passion and to be crazy about each other.
I
And I
think
think
that
we did it. Go ahead, Humble. Mhm.
sorry, I think it was also groundbreaking because you had a sexy couple who was loyal to each other.
Yeah, that
Because
was
the
an
other thing that was very popular during the 1960s, and I got to listen to this when I was listening to different radio shows, when they decided to do something sexy, they decided to put in Scandal.
mm-hmm.
The most G-rated
I get
version
it.
I could suggest for a good example of it that wouldn't make your ears run red would be the Philip Marlowe mysteries. And most of it had followed a Loretta Lynn country song. Who's being true? Who's cheating? Who don't even care anymore?
You have a point. You never saw on the TV show Gomez lusting or looking at another woman, and the same thing for Morticia. That was very interesting at the time. You never had that episode
Yeah.
where they were crazy. It's like
And
they were crazy about it. Yeah, you're right. They were absolutely in
Could
lust
eat
with
each
each
other
other,
alive if they wanted
even
to,
though
and
they were
it'll
married.
be love.
and and I can agree that the newest animated movie of the Addams Family, it's really hit and miss with the animation designs. Morticia, my favorite animated version of Morticia is, of course, from the 90s cartoon because that's the one I remember. And that's the one that was actually used when they did Scooby Doo and guest stars for the
Yeah.
1970s. And it was okay, let's have the Scooby Gang house set while Morticia and her beau went on vacation.
Yeah, I remember the animation style of for the Scooby Doo guest who I forgot what it was. This guest star, yeah, that kind of animation. I have fortunately have not seen the animated
Thirteen
Adams
Ghosts.
Family recent. Yeah, yeah, those.
New
I have not.
Scooby Doo movies.
Oh, the new.
The
Yeah,
new Scooby Doo movies.
I've seen the animation for that. But I haven't seen. I know there was an animated movie, and I have not gotten around to see that. Maybe I will. At first, I wasn't that impressed. That's probably why I didn't watch it. But maybe I'll get around to seeing it. But to me, the Adams Family TV show reruns, which I watch from time to time because they are on streaming, so I look back on them.
Welcome
And
to the Addams Family. Come
the
and join
movie
Addams
kind of
Family.
does enough for me. Yeah, you're right, Child of Flower. It showed that a married couple could still be passionate. And see, back then on television, that was something that was never showed. Usually, when you got married, the passion would disappear, it would go away. But here you had Morticia and Gomez crazy about each other as
That
if
was
the
the
day they
big
met.
standard, though, in most multimedia, even if it was dysfunctional at times.
Would be showing passion. Not too many couples. I mean, back then,
Not
no.
just a health, a to some extent healthy relationship
Hmm.
between
Yeah,
two lovers.
yeah. I don't remember that episode, Child of Flower. I have to look that up. But that was the appeal of the show. And I think when the movie came out,
I
I
wouldn't
thought
call it
Raul
popular.
Julia and
I would call it just It's always the Adams family that just misleads their normals in their own way. They've always had a tendency to do that, just give off the wrong impressions
Well,
to
that was
normal
the whole
people.
joke. The joke was the Adams family always saw themselves as normal, but the outside world didn't. So when the outside world reacted to them, the Adams family would be like, "Oh, how strange of them to behave that way," or I thought they would be. That was the joke. The joke was when people reacted to them, they didn't get it, but the other people, the normal people around them, were the ones that run. Yeah, now that animation I do remember. I do remember this animated. This is the anime. I do
I like
remember
the
this one.
fashion. Fester's
Hmm.
design, never a fan of it.
For this animated style of
Monsters.
cartoon.
Mm,
Lily and
I was,
Herman are a stereotypical couple of the 50s, no passion, just a cheek kiss.
You're
They
right. He's
did
right. They're right. Go ahead,
they
Hope.
did have some good father-son moments, if I remember right.
it was mostly around Eddie and Herman at the time.
Eddie and
it was mostly centered around their son at the time.
right. And I always felt like personally, Lily would kind of bossing Herman around like he was a little child, and
It
that
was
was
that
yeah.
to
They
explain
didn't
for everybody else, for the people in the back. It was
That
that wife
Lily,
holds the leash type of deal at times.
since
Sitcom
Eddie
marriages.
wasn't part zombie. I don't know that
Eddie
much
was a
about.
werewolf. I
Uh,
thought Eddie was supposed to be a werewolf, right?
Eddie is a werewolf. There,
Yeah.
there's no
So he's
cheating
saying,
going on. It was just the fact
mm-mm.
that they were all designed after the Universal monsters, and
Right.
I always thought that in their world, like no matter who you're with, the child comes out a different monster every time. So Herman being a Frankenstein and Lily being I guess a ghoul. I can never
I thought
I
she
can
was a
never
vampire.
No, that was grandpa
Lily
monster.
wasn't a vampire. I swear to
No,
God, I thought she was supposed to be a vampire. She
no, she's a
wasn't.
witch. No, no,
oh,
no, she was a witch. She
there's
was
a
meant to be a witch or a succubus.
yeah, there's
Okay.
a chance Herman was adopted.
Herman was not adopted. Herman was Herman. But I'm just saying, like, Herman was Frankenstein. Lily was a succubi or a
Huh.
witch, possibly take your pick. Grandpa was the vampire, and Eddie was a werewolf. But like I said, I always thought that they're monsters. It's weird. Of course, he's going to be a werewolf, not a cadaver or a suck or an incubus.
But you're
So
right. The
Hmm.
concept of the monsters, Wolf is not wrong, was to take what the idea was to take the universal monsters. What if they were a family? What would it be like? And that,
mm,
yeah, you're a child of flower. I said the same thing. I thought he was a vampire. I thought she was a vampire. That's what Trish and I got. But the concept of the monsters was to take the universal monsters and make them to a television family like everybody else, like the Lucy show and Leave It to Beaver back then. What would their lives be like? Another factor is the monsters was created to rival the Adams family. The Adams family, what networks were smart back then. Found out what the networks were doing, and they wanted to rival the Adams family because the Adams family was popular. So they said, "How can we rival this show?" You know how it is on television. One show is hot, and then you get another network saying, "We got to come up with
uh,
something
uh, here you go.
to
Here
that."
you go. He always got to give the correction. He's always got to give the correction. Okay, I stand corrected. She is a vampire,
Mhm.
but I'm just gonna pretend she's a succubus. Technically,
But
they are vampires.
you're right on that nature. But the monsters was created to rival the Adams Family success. That's what, and I can't remember. I think the monsters were on CBS,
I don't
and I
think they
think
were
Hmm.
trying to compete, though.
I
To be
but the
honest,
but
they didn't.
they
They didn't feel like they
they
were a competition. It was
Well,
just a pick your poison for me.
you got that too, but I watched a documentary on it, and I'll look for it. If you go on Wikipedia, you can probably find it. The producers did say that they wanted to try to follow the success of the Adams family, and
Oh,
they
of
just trying to
course,
think
of
of
course.
what could they do to get it. It's always a tradition in television, going back to the days when you see something that's successful, another network says, "Well, what can we do to rival this, or what can we have our own version of something?"
Yeah, the
Um,
Hound of the South done it,
yeah.
pal.
Evening,
Welcome,
everybody.
Dominic. um, uh,
Uh,
Hello.
so, you guys are talking about the animated Adams Family.
Not
mhm.
really.
Just the
Yeah, just
Adams Family world in depth, movies, animation,
And the monsters
over,
on the side.
overall. But in television, back in those days when you had the three networks, and I think it's just an addition, you always have a network seeing something else being successful and saying, "Okay, well, how can we get our own of that?" And that's how
Oh,
the
another
monsters were
confession.
created.
Was never a fan of Pugsy's design in this series either.
Well,
Pugsy,
definitely thanks to the animated series, and of course, there was the live action movie that introduced me to the Adams Family, including the original comic strips.
I watched the original movie, the original show. I
Like
was
the
back in that.
original.
Hmm. Every time school comes up and the music start playing in my head, I start snapping.
Well, you can't help it. Yeah. When the theme song would come on, I would do the same thing when I would be watching it. That
Yeah,
was
I
the fun
remember
thing about it.
watching the original TV series as well.
And to be honest, like every time anything Adams Family shows up, I was eating that shit up anyways, except for today's depiction of the Adams Family. I can't even partake in that. That's not today's Adams Family look more like white crackers. So yeah, I even enjoyed the '90s TV series of the Addams Family, where they had where they had Wednesday growing up.
Okay, this is I'm a huge fan. I love this film, and
uh,
I
to
just
be
think go ahead.
to be fair, I never got into the Wednesday series that was done on Netflix because Gomez was in prison. Okay, it was amazing they found an actor that looked like the guy that looked like Gomez from the comic series,
Yeah,
but it's like I could never picture him in an orange jumpsuit.
right. See, that's the thing like with the Wednesday
And
TV
that
series.
would
On,
never
on one
happen.
hand, another thing with the Wednesday series, like, on one hand, like it got Wednesday and the Addams Family right. On the other hand, you can't help but feel like, are you sure? Are you sure like you understand like who the Addams Family are? Because well, how the decision on how to characterize them in TV series, like, it would rub like everyone the wrong way, including those who are not intimately
Well,
familiar
let me
with
just
this
speak
fictional family.
plainly about it while you stumbling on yourself right now. Gomez would never be in jail,
Well,
bar
no, he
bar
wouldn't.
none. The whole point of Gomez's character within the strips too, and even in the movies proper, is the fact that they always try to catch him on some legalities at times, and every time they attempted it, they always failed because he was very good at playing with the system, or even
Well,
best, he had a really good understanding of the system because I believe he was law.
oh yeah, no, like he even has a law degree.
Yeah, he had a law degree. He was well good at banking. He was really
Hmm.
good at playing the banks.
Yeah.
And that's where his wealth came. That's where most of his wealth came from too, especially with the whole real estate business
Hmm.
too.
Yeah.
So
So
to
he's a
get
real
him
estater,
on
a banker, a
legalities and
lawyer.
get him in jail, I'm like, that's a stretch because there ain't no way in hell nobody's gonna catch. Like I understand that there's no perfection, but no, he's perfect in that area. He gonna stay
Yeah. So
evading
that's
loan
one of her.
sharks, and was like, no,
Yeah,
that's like wrong. That series.
yeah, it's like what I heard from like that happened to Gomez. That is well completely out of character with Gomez,
Matter of
especially when it
fact,
comes to
I'll
his
go even
profession.
further. I'll go even further than that. He wouldn't even be in the jail cell that long to even pull on an orange jumpsuit if he was in jail, because he had wealth. He could bail himself out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's like ain't no way in hell he's gonna go to jail and he can't bail himself out or his family can't bail him out.
Mm-hmm.
They got money, and at the time, especially in the series, it's always either that somebody wanted to get their mansion or get their money,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
whichever
Right.
way possible.
Right.
That was always the big thing that they were trying to get was either the house or the money
Well, the money. Yeah.
It'd
or
be
Yes.
some ancient artifact that's tied directly to their family.
It
They're
would have been
forfeit.
kind of
Yeah.
funny if Gomez had actually gotten out early on good behavior and drove the staff nuts because he got probably a good fortune of them to go goth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's like another factor for why I didn't fully jump into the Wednesday series is like it misses the point of like who the Adams family are because they want to turn Wednesday into an urban fantasy mystery series, but well, like that's not like who Wednesday and the Adams family are.
And that wouldn't work. I mean, I've never watched it because it's just not for me. I heard it was popular, but if the kids like it, fine. My gripe was I think they based this TV show. This is just a theory I have. You can feel free to disagree with me if you want. Is that they were looking at the movie. They were looking at Christina Ricci's performance as Wednesday. And they sat down and said, well, we'll go with that and try to make a show out of it. Also, I think Wednesday would not be interested in solving the crime. Wednesday would be more fascinated with the killer. Wednesday would want to know about the serial killer. Wednesday would try to back the killer out. She wouldn't be solving the crime unless she felt the killer was interested. So I think making her this detective would
Like
not work
Nancy
with
Drew.
that. Yeah, she's not going to be a Nancy Drew. She's not going to be. She would rather find the serial killer. She would rather sit down and want to talk to the serial killer, not try to put the serial killer in jail. If I have to put it very roughly, I'm sorry.
Well, the
That's the
thing
problem.
is,
No,
She's
the
not
thing
keep
is,
in
Nancy Drew.
mind,
hang on, Don. First of all, she wouldn't be going to the serial killer. The serial killer find their way to the house.
Hmm.
hmm
That's how a
And they
typical Adams Family show would have went.
and she probably would invite him in and sit down and have tea with them. The serial
Well,
killer would
no,
probably be
he wouldn't.
stunned
They
himself.
wouldn't even invite him in. He would have broke in
no,
and hide and try to no. Here. See. My brain's already going right now. The idea juices are already churning. No,
Mm.
this is how I would have written it because I already seen this episode so many times. I would look. It would have been him breaking into their house to hide from the cops because he's on the run.
hmm
He sees some pictures in one of the rooms that he hid in, and see that one of the family members looks close enough to look like him, and he grabs anything from Gomez's closet or anything from Pugsley's wardrobe, and he'll put that on, and that will pass him off as one of them. Put makeup on, and they'll and basically they'll be like, oh, it's cousin such and such. Oh, he's always breaking into our houses. He'd be like, what? And all throughout the whole episode, they're just treating him like family, just giving him stuff, making him eat stuff, giving them some horrible food or giving some like have them stay in one of the most uncomfortable beds or even the more scary rooms, or he'll
Mhm.
sleep he'll sleep in the same room as Pugsy and Pugsy is snoring real loud, or in the case if he's snoring like a lion that's scaring the crap out of him. It's like throughout the days that he's spending with him, he's just losing his mind to the point where now his mind is so fucked up he is now part of the family, and that's how it ended with him being part of the family, and he straight up packed his bags and rolled his ass over to the police department, and it's like, what are you here for? I'm here to turn myself in. He's like, oh, so you're that. He's like, oh, so you're that guy that killed such and such. No, I am cousin this person, and I'm turning myself in.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, with Wednesday and the Adams family, they are not bad people, all right? So
Right,
when you
yeah.
brought it up, like oh yeah, well she's not Nancy Drew, she will like look for the killer, but at the end of the day, the Adams family, they're not bad people. They may be macabre, and are tied to magic and the occult. They're not evil people. So
I
like
agree.
even they like they will like take down really bad people. Besides serial killers.
Yeah, you're right. That I do agree with, and that's the fun of the Ennis family is that they're probably the most united family you will ever see. Yes, they're macabre, but they're not bad people. They're not.
And you want to know why
Yeah,
I would do it this way?
yeah. Go ahead. It's
Because
funny,
it
but go
worked
ahead.
in the first film.
Yes. No,
Then again, then
what you're
again, I like to
saying would
think
make
that.
sense.
Yeah. Then again, I like to think that. I like to think that. I like to think that's what really happened to Fester. That this was a whole
Wait,
entirely different Fester, or at least this was a different guy masquerading as Uncle Fester. The real Uncle Fester really did get lost in the Bermuda Triangle, but this guy came in and basically got assimilated to their family.
That's what you
But
think.
I would say what was even like more hilarious, like with your scenario, Wolf, is the Adams family know that this guy is not who he claims to be, but they decided just to play around with him.
Mm.
wait,
Because
Netflix tried to do a Sabrina the Teenage Witch show?
Yeah, and let's just say it did not resemble like the character from the Archie comics in any way.
they made it too dark. They
Oh.
made it too dark and
It
macabre. That's
was
not Sabrina the
fucking
Teenage Witch.
cynical.
Yeah, that was the problem. That's not
Which is
oh
similar to what happened to Riverdale, which was the CW adapting Archie.
Nah, Riverdale was just nasty. Sabrina was just fucking cynical.
Still,
yeah, you're
still
both right.
the point of the matter is that both Netflix and CW like missed the point of like Archie, Sabrina, and the other characters associated with Archie comics.
Right. And you're right about Dom. I want to say you're right about Rivendell. I'm like, what in the this ain't no Archies. This is sad. They were both
This is
cynical
somebody's
and
this is
too
somebody's bad
dark.
porno version of Archie.
Yeah, Archie Riverdale. Yeah, that's you can't make
No,
them 90210. That's what they tried to do, and that's not
no.
what
Wait,
that
No,
show is
isn't
about.
no. If it was
Yeah, okay.
90210, it would be actually more bearable.
Now
It was it was
No,
it
it
was
was
different
also
back
like
that
to
then.
give
nasty.
also like to give credit to Wednesday with Jenna Ortega. She was the right woman like for the job and portraying Wednesday. Like
Are
you can
you
tell that she actually
sure?
she did her research, which is like on the character as well as the source material that is the Adams family.
I'm still not convinced.
well, that's true. I'm just surprised they decided to do Sabrina the Teenage Witch as a. Oh, okay, this is Netflix we're talking about. They're the Walmart of streaming services.
But yeah, the other thing that I would say, well, first of all, one reason I really love this film is I speaking for myself, I think Raul Julia knocked it out the park as Gomez. I think it's one. A lot of people, not just me, critics says it's one of his best performances.
Hmm.
He got the spirit of who Gomez Adams is. I loved his performance in this, and him and Angelica Houston. We talked about this earlier, Wolf. You talked about it. She got Morticia Adams, and even with the makeup and costuming and her behavior, she got who Morticia Adams is, because
Hmm.
Morticia is goth, but she's also sexy. Yeah,
Mm.
she's
Well,
also she's
well,
also
also like a loyal wife, and as a dedicated mother.
And got to make
Exactly.
an entire school of children feel sorry for the witch in the Hansel and Gretel story.
Now that reminds like one of my favorite moments from the first Adams Family.
Yes, that is one of my favorite moments. Yeah,
But
that
the
one.
important, also like one of the important factors like on what made the first movie work. It was not only did each of the actors actually sat down and do their research like on the source material because the movie like is pretty
Are they
accurate to
for
the original
real?
comics.
It
No,
is.
but you could tell everyone was having a good time playing each of the members of the Adams family.
Are they for real?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I cannot find that '90s series and the Addams Family? They told that series was not that bad. Not that bad enough to be one to be buried. Fuck off.
You're correct, Dom. And they said they had a great time making this movie, and you're right. They
I'm seriously
did
struggling to find a picture of the 19 I
the
believe.
comedy, the animated. You're trying to look for the
Mm-mm.
animated?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
easy.
Okay.
No, what came after the second movie?
Okay, I see what you're
Years at
saying.
like a couple of years
Yeah.
after that, there was a TV series that came out that was airing on Fox Kids, and I
Yeah.
can't seem to find it.
Because the movie
Not
was so
nearly
successful, they were
a
trying to revive it. Yeah.
not nearly a picture with the entire family, however. But I'm like, all I'm seeing is the plays, the Wednesday
You'll find
series,
it.
the original series. I was like,
I love the fact to them, the Adams family, Halloween is their Christmas. I love at the end of the first movie where they are all into Halloween. Halloween is their Christmas.
Yep.
They are not, yeah, you are not
like I
going to see
found
the
one
Adams
picture, but
family.
like it's only got just four members. It doesn't even have. Okay,
Oh, but nobody's been saying the new Adams Family was on the Fox Family channel.
it was
And
on
that
both Fox Kids and Fox Family.
and that was because of the success of the movie,
Yeah.
because the movie was so successful. That's
Well, the
why they
thing
But
made
I,
it.
is, it was on Fox Kids, but then a lot of series that were on Fox Kids, ABC, what have you, transfer over into Fox Family through
yeah.
syndication.
Or I
Yeah, that's why
remember
it's
a
called the
time,
new
time
Adams
like
Family.
before. I remember like for years, like before like Channel 52 it turned into like Freeform. It was known as ABC Family.
I think Angelica Houston and Raul Julia said in an interview that they did do their research on the relationship between Gomez and Morticia. So that's
Research.
probably why it
I
was.
think they were really just they just really just imitated what their marriage life is equally.
Yeah, but they wanted to nail the spirit of the TV show, but they wanted to take it to
Nah.
a new heights.
I
These
think
are their
that was
words.
them. No, I just think they were really good at being married.
Yes, true, true. That's
I
you. But
mean,
I
yeah,
also
they were
respect the
playing the
fact.
characters, but like when you really look at how they acted towards each other, I was like, that man has a loving wife and he's a loving husband to his wife. That woman, for all her faults, potential faults, she probably was a good wife.
Mm.
Well, she was.
I'm
Hmm.
just saying, like that's the new Addams Family right there.
Is
Now I
that the
remember
one?
watching this one.
I never saw this. This was on Fox.
Fox Kids and transferred over to ABC Family.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called the New Adams Family.
Yeah, I know. And this was back in the '90s, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, I knew because the movie was so successful that they was trying to revive it back. Yeah, they were trying to revive back the TV show. I
Only
can't. If
problem with
anyone was
this
coming to
series
this,
was
I
they were
can't take
trying their
that.
best to imitate the look of The only problem with this one was they were trying to imitate the look of the '90s movie, and
Hmm.
they weren't.
Hmm.
And sadly,
They missed the mark heavily. But
well,
go
the thing
ahead.
is, this was kind of still made with the original cast in mind. Unfortunately, um, no, actually, no. I think originally they were going to have the cast that was in the TV movie that kind of preceded the Addams Family Values, the one starring Tim
Yes,
Curry as Gomez,
Hmm.
and I guess they
I remember that one.
couldn't have reached them again, so they went with this cast.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had I think they had a different Wednesday on that one too.
Yes. And of course, this was after Raul Julia's death.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And he
sadly,
was
we
going to be
lost
in
Raul
it too.
Julia. Yeah,
Yeah.
sadly, we lost.
Tim Curry, well, like, he was not bad. Like continuing where Julia left off as Gomez.
No, Tim Curry was just Tim Curry, but he just his charisma was enough to exude Gomez's trying my best to
Yeah.
avoid the fucking word that the fucking Zoomers use these days.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. And buddy, yeah, you're not wrong. Well, they did reach out to the original actor who played Gomez in the TV series to play Grandpa Adams.
I just
Oh,
remember
okay,
the
that's
all
interesting.
talking taxidermy animals in there too.
Yeah, I've never watched this show, so I don't have much to say on this one. If anybody
I
can
watched
say
it
that.
religiously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I never saw that.
I remember watching this along with Big Wolf on campus.
Because as I said before, I watched it religiously because it was the freaking Adams family, and
Right?
it still had that spirit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
But
they did have a different theme song, which I don't think any fan of Adams Family liked that intro. The song, I mean, but I liked it.
yeah, I had a feeling as time went on, like after the new Adams Family came to an end, like the opening from the TV show, like eventually grew on Adams Family fans.
I don't think it did. It grew, but it roped me in. I'm not saying I speak for the fans, but I can pretty much see what the attitude was of that time.
Right.
Jesus Christ, where is that TV movie?
Well, yeah, like I said, on this one I don't have too much to say, but that was nice that the John Aston, I believe, they wanted to play Grandpa Adams. Okay, that's pretty cool. I have not ever seen this, so I can't say too much on that. I can only speak on the '60s TV show, the original, the OG with John Aston and Carolyn Jones,
Right.
and then the movie, which I love, which is the one with Angelica Houston, Raul Julia. Um, and I really enjoyed that one. But I just felt that the films captured the spirit of the TV show.
Really,
And to
Adams
me,
Well,
back then,
not just the show, but the original comics as well.
right, I agree with you. And back then, I think they just knew how to adapt in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s. To me, they did a good job adapting a TV show to whether film or television or whatever. Back then they
Mm-hmm.
knew how to adapt it well, and the one thing you do when you adapt it is you capture the spirit of what the show is. And the Addams Family, Fugitive, those are some of my favorite movies that are adapted from a TV show.
Yeah, one of
That's
my
just me.
favorite movies adapt. One of my favorite like movie adaptations of a well-known or obscure TV show would have, well, besides The Fugitive, it would actually have to be the Beverly Hillbillies.
The
Cub,
Beverly
this is a
Hillbillies
story about
movies.
a man named Jed.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
interesting.
and Jim Varney, he was perfect as Jeb.
You're right.
Not really, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me at all because it was the Beverly Hillbillies.
I remember watching the original TV show on TV Land.
I watched it during. I watched it when it was airing, rerunning on. I think it was Channel 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was also on Channel 7 as well.
One show that I put in my list of shows. Let the opening play and then change the channel. The Andy Griffin Show. every single time. Once the intro was done, click next channel. Same thing with Mash.
I like watching episodes of MASH every once in a while.
Well, the thing is, the irony was that was my mindset as a child, but as an adult, I don't change the channel after the
Because now you
like
have a better appreciation for works that you watched as a kid.
well, most of them, not all of them, but like there were certain shows where I was like let the intro play, then click. Friends was one of them.
Back in the day, I will admit the theme from Dallas was one that I would listen to and then turn it off afterwards because I was not into nighttime soaps. I was a bit time geek kid, so once that came on, like, okay, the Dallas theme is kind of catchy. Then click, okay, go off, go do something. I went off
Friends
and
was
did
one of them.
something
I was like,
else.
soon as I'll be there for you. Are you there for click? Frasier. Soon as the intro coming, boom boom boom, boom boom, click. Though
I
there
was
were
like,
times I actually did give it a chance, then click.
well, like I said, like, and one of the future episodes of the Real Millennials, like next year, we will be going over like theme songs for TV shows.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'll make sure I put my list together because I'm going back to I got to go back to old school 80s as well. So get ready because I think back then they had old school 80s was the decade for some classic TV show themes. But even now, there have been some
Not
good
even,
TV show themes. But in
not
yeah,
even, also like back then, like if the shows like were that popular, they would even
Wow.
include like soundtrack. They would even make soundtracks like for said TV shows.
He say he can take good care of me, like he's part of the family. Charles in charge of our days and our life. And I say,
Now,
I'm
besides of the
out.
Addams family, I mean, like who here is familiar with Scary Godmother?
I'm familiar, but I
Me,
click.
Yeah, and actually at the time, like when I was a kid, like when I first watched it like on Cartoon Network, I actually did at the time I didn't know it was an adaptation, actually like of a series until well, like, after I watched the movie.
for what was it now?
Scary Godmother.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that,
Scary
so I'll be
Godmother
silent on that one.
was a 3D animated series done in around the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
it's an adaptation of a comic book series like done like by the creator who was actually mentioned in the opening.
hmm,
Well, not explicitly mentioned, but her name did pop up in the opening credits.
true. I remember it because they had the skull doing puns. They did, oh yeah, they had the skull doing puns. The monsters come over to have a Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid who had the scariest costume, at least in the sequel, was the one that had tried to pull a mean prank on his little cousin in the first film.
You talk about Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy actually ran around in a onesie footsie pajamas and a pair of devil horns.
Yep.
And he looked like the stereotypical bully from the
Mm-hmm.
from the 1950s comics. Well,
A buddy,
at least Merry Melody stuff.
right. But a buddy also mentioned like also skeleton in the closet was such a funny way to get that past the radar. As a kid like with the skeleton, he just came off as flamboyant, so I didn't know. No, he actually no he was no like the implication was
That's who
oh
was Morticia in this version. As oh my God, there were Hannah. Not a good choice. She had the eyebrows for it, but oh my gosh, she looks more like Vampira than
hmm.
Morticia.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
yeah,
talking
never.
about. I'm
Okay,
not talking
yeah,
about
I gotta
comic
agree with you.
vampire.
yeah. I like the vampire couple as well from Scary Godmother.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up vampire.
You're right. Maybe they were going for that look with her
Oh,
because that's what she looks like.
that was more unintentional. It
Oh,
looked like
I'm talking about whoever was this a TV again? I never watched this,
that was a
so
TV
this is not
movie, the Addams
Yeah,
Family
okay.
that's a TV
reunion,
movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
operates as a sort of pseudo sequel to Values.
Yeah,
Even though it's not really a sequel.
and you're correct, buddy. Jill Thompson is the creator of Scary Godmother.
But yeah, Daryl looks like a pouty vampire in this one. It's like, oh my god, she was trying so hard to be relevant. I feel bad for her.
That to be fair, one of my favorite that they did that looked kind of like Morticia was when they did Dracula in the Scooby Doo racing series.
Oh, you're
Wiki
talking about Scooby Doo
Lady,
and the
really
Reluctant Werewolf.
wolf, yeah, and and Dracula's wife was Vanapyra.
We must stop Shaggy.
What I did find hilarious when Shaggy's picture like popped out to replace like the werewolf who was out vacation. Like his wife like mentioned like how cute like Shaggy was.
Hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't keep that couple going. She was the one I really liked.
Although what I find hilarious is that those movies like back then they're supposed to take place in the same continuity. Yet like that Dracula from the Reluctant Werewolf is different from the Dracula shown in Ghoul School.
If anything happens to my Isabella,
The dads of the students, they're like we're being very protective of their daughters. I mean, as a parent should.
my favorite was the werewolf.
Although I'm surprised. Like I said, we saw the dads, but well, like, they did not show them off.
Well, it's a predator thing. You can just chalk it up as it being a predator thing.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry, I know what you mean. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Ron the Reluctant Werewolf is the first like Scooby do like well work to they gave Shaggy a girlfriend.
I wish he stayed because them shipping him and Velma is just fine.
That one was forced to the max.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth, I like the Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. I like that one. That's always a classic. And there's another one where we went to Zombie Island or something. I can't remember quite the title of it.
Scooby Doo Zombie Island.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
those
got
are
it
kind
right.
of the two Scooby Doo movies that I personally like. What are we looking at? I know this is Carolyn Jones, Morticia here on the left, and Elvira, and in the middle is that Vampira.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And well, I
Whoa.
got the impression that Gravedale High was inspired by Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, me too.
They were not real humble.
Oh, I know that. But dear gosh, they're so prominent.
Oh, hey man, don't die on us.
Oh, just the fact that this is a, it's the fact that yeah,
Oh man.
Boba was so fixated on the eyebrows that's just magical. Oh, you guys are. Oh my god, you guys are talking a lot. I'm having a hard time highlighting all your comments.
Well, I have fond memories of Gravedale High. It was essentially like our generation like Monster High.
It actually makes a lot more sense than Monster High, actually.
Right?
Man, if I had any technology, I would clip Humble saying that. Whoa, eyebrows. I was like, oh my
And
god.
you know, well, the Gravedale High, even though like only ended with 13 episodes, like, I could have seen it continue on.
Oh, is that really? I'm gonna have to explore this. Oh no, those are press on. Got it. Those are pressed. Those were pressed on eyebrows.
And of
And
course,
that's not drawn on.
like as we know, like with Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost, the first appearance of the Hex Girls.
Oh my god, you look like Jennifer Tilly, but hotter. Sorry, I'm looking at a
Bradley
cosplay
was
of
a start of
Umbrella.
making Velma so jerky and trying to canonize her as a lesbian.
Mystery
Mm-hmm.
Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, try to make her a lesbian like, or bisexual, but want her to lean more into women, which
Mm-hmm.
was pretty
Who,
was
Velma?
pretty much like, well, we don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Mystery Inc.
Oh,
Mystery
okay.
Inc. Like, they tried essentially it brought in like the fake fans and activists who want to make Velma as part of the gay demographic.
Oh,
You
that
know, the
series
only
is
thing they
going.
actually did was get the whole Scooby Doo fandom to cheer for Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, also I recognize that he's not like what people try like to paint him as.
Yeah,
Because
No,
Mystery
of
Inc.
Scrap,
course
is
that's
not.
actually
going.
what, but also like, what some people forgot is like it actually is thanks to Scrappy that he saved Scooby Doo from being lost in the sands of time.
That's true.
Well, also like what some people misunderstand about Velma is like she was not this like hardcore skeptic because if they watch the original Scooby Doo, she's actually a believer like in the supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and it was like 60s to 80s. It was during the time when if weird stuff happens, the characters in the show just rolled with it until they figured it out it was something else.
Right? I mean, heck, in the episode, the fight was no delight. Like Velma was visibly disappointed that the house like wasn't actually haunted.
Yeah, she was on that mission to really prove that there's supernatural forces out there.
Oh yeah, but although I do find it hilarious, like at the end of like the fight was no delight, when like Scooby like did encounter a ghost like but wasn't seen like visibly. Wait, wasn't it Freddy that was the skeptic originally? Then Pup turned Daphne into the skeptic.
Mm,
I mean, not not exactly.
no, they just rolled with it because it was like, we don't know what it is, but we don't know what it isn't. So they're
Yeah,
kind of neutral on the matter until the mystery revealed itself.
right.
But
And
as
I just
more
like
writers come in, they try to add something new to it and either works or it doesn't.
although I find it hilarious that when a Puppet Scooby Doo was made, I mean, like they turned like Fred and Daphne into the Mulder and Scully respectively.
Yeah, that was
Couldn't
pretty
stand pup
funny.
named Scooby Doo.
Well, of course, with pub name, like they incorporate more of the text Avery zaniness.
I didn't
Yeah,
care for a pup named Scooby Doo. That one just doesn't work for me. I'm
One
just
that
speaking for
got
myself. Not no,
one
that one
time
just
that
did
ever
not
got
work
me
for me.
through that series was that intro.
It's cute, but it's like Scooby Doo kids. No.
Scooby, a pup named
Mhm.
Scooby Doo. When the ghost
yeah,
ghouls attack,
but
Scooby takes a Scooby snack.
yeah, yeah, buddy. Like we don't talk. Talks about the sequel movies to Zombie Island and 13 Ghosts.
I could have sworn, it was wasn't Scooby Doo that kind of flipped their characteristics around.
Oh, what's new, Scooby Doo?
hmm Like they they had a brand new personality. Like Daphne
Right,
was kind of like the mean girl, rich girl a bit. They were kind of almost like a grown up version of their pup name versions.
right. Which, funny enough, like they did a flashback of showing them like as kids. It was like during like the mini golf episode. What's more? Yeah,
Humming. Cassandra Peterson, you're gonna make me do naughty things.
yeah, yeah. That's true, buddy. Like they did have like Audrey too, aka Levi Stubbs, other four tops, like perform the opening for Pup Named Scooby Doo.
Oh, but
Okay,
okay.
who's watching
Other than that,
Dora?
I'm not watching any Dora.
Not me.
Hmm.
Nope.
I thought that was I thought that was at your I
Mm-mm.
thought that was okay. That's not
My
What's
me.
new?
TV low.
What's new was more
Mm-mm.
of the sequel to the movies. How do you guys feel about that sentiment?
I wouldn't
What?
know, and I wouldn't care. Ah,
Of our best, yes, of course, best pair of legs.
child is admire her hair. I don't agree with everything Cassandra Payson believes in, but she isn't. My goodness, Leigh is an icon.
Yeah, and yeah, she does like take care of herself.
Hmm.
hmm Outside of makeup, she's still gorgeous.
Yeah,
We will cry. We will
uh,
cry. We will never be ready for her passing.
knock on
Knock
wood.
on wood.
But
No.
I'll also like to her credit, like she doesn't like force her opinions onto other people.
Yeah, she believes in some bullshit, but she's harmless.
Yeah,
Craziest celebrity gossip I've heard today is Nicki Minaj actually thanked Donald Trump. Okay, the thing that actually happened is if you heard on the news, rest their souls, they had Christians get attacked in Nigeria. It was graphic and it
All
was bad
right.
oh,
enough
I heard
that,
about that.
yeah, and it was
We'll
bad enough.
shelve that
Trump actually
for
made a tweet about it. And Nicki Minaj did this huge 3-page thank you. I think Fox News it covered it for a whole 10 minutes.
and we will shelve that talk for a chill stream.
Right.
It was all back to fun stuff.
Not really. Like back then when it comes to like the Halloween season, like people like knew like how to have fun, and this was before like the
And
rampantness
for the
of political
record, I'm well
correctness.
aware of it. of what she's talking about, but we'll show that.
Yeah, same here. Oh, oh, so even though this is a belated Halloween episode of the Real Millennials, like who here has seen the animated Beetlejuice?
Yes, I
I've
enjoyed
seen it.
that
Here,
cartoon. I enjoyed that cartoon, the animated Beetlejuice cartoon. That was fun.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also like Tim Burton was involved as a producer, and he approved like of the changes like made like in order to make the animated series.
well, he did a good job because I thought the show was fun and I thought it was funny and I and I
And
enjoyed it
who's
when it was running on
babysitting?
the air. I don't know what picture this is. I don't know if this is from a
mm,
show or is that what you're talking about? The image you have on screen? Because I don't know what this is from.
No, I'm talking about what I'm hearing right now. I'm hearing a kid talking
not
in the
in my neck
background.
of the woods.
My
Are
TV
you
is
sure,
low.
humble?
Oh, I'm sure. I took my headset off to have a listen. All that's going on is the neighbor's radio.
My TV
Hmm.
is mute.
And it's on country music. If you're looking for
Hmm.
kids' things, we probably
That was
might have
about
cross-wired with another signal somewhere else.
that was about,
Or
that was
someone
Hmm.
in
about
an apartment somewhere is playing something
the,
and kids are
the volume
playing.
on my TV is low. You probably heard my pet like calling for my attention.
Oh, that's what that was. A cat call.
Yeah, I haven't run anything. My TV is on mute as everyone else's.
Well, although what is impressive about the animated like Beetlejuice is like it kept the spirit like of the movie. Movie of course like had to be adjusted, but it was still a show that both kids and adults can watch. Plus, like people like find the friendship between Beetlejuice and Lydia endearing.
I like yeah, they kept the spirit of the movie. It kept the humor. I like the relationship between Lydia and Beetlejuice and the difference between when she went to the Neither World and how
Hmm.
crazy and silly all the Neither World creatures were. I thought
Oh
all of
yeah.
that was funny. And when Beetlejuice sometimes had to come into the human world, some of the ridiculous fun things he had to do, especially it dealt with Lydia at school and her tormentors.
Yeah, when he disguises either as Betty Juice or whenever he meets like Lydia's family, like he is Mr. Beetleman, the repairman, and
Mhm.
also and the caterer. Is pretty much he's an odd job man.
I liked it in this one. Um, Beetlejuice actually had a positive relationship with Lydia's parents
Hmm.
to the point where Lydia's dad was like the scariest thing you could think of for like one solution in a scare off contest.
And what is consistent with Beetlejuice in both the anime series and the movie is their fear of the sandworms.
Sandworms. You hate them, don't you? I hate them all the time.
Oh, let's say a welcoming addition like from the anime series is Doomy the Living Car.
Fuck.
Where's the sequel? Buddy Smith said, like, where's the sequel? Took some ideas from the cartoon. I mean,
The cartoon
yeah.
was fun. I wasn't much in love with the film. I thought it was fun. Thought it was fun. Had a good time. But I
Oh yeah,
thought
no, no. I mean, the
yeah.
sequel of the movie, like, it wasn't terrible. I mean, like, I gave it like a seven, give it a set between a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10. But really, one of the issues like with Beetlejuice 2, it was it was juggling one too many plot points.
Mm.
And of course, like there's a matter with how they handled like Mr. Deeds, since what happened with Jeffrey Jones, because of how he got himself in trouble. Well, to the movie's credit, like they did find like a voice and body double, like for of Jeffrey Jones to play as Mr. Deeds.
always laugh at Lydia's mom's mouth whenever time she closes it. Her
Delia?
top lip, her top lip overtakes her bottom lip in the corners.
Ah.
I always got a kick out of that. It's why is your lips like that? It's like somebody turned your lips into little paper clips and just clippings and just put them together and they didn't measure your top lip correctly. Every single time she closed her lips, her top lip would just overtake her bottom lip. And she looks like she's
Right.
frowning all the time or pouting all the time.
And, and, I don't know what the movie like. It could have like taken some cues like from the animated series.
I mean,
Series
shit,
was
considering what she looked like in the movie, I'm like, that's a big disservice to the actress who plays her.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah, just fuck up her lips in the damn show. Y'all
I
must really hate her.
all right. Plus, well, I was like with Miss O'Hara, like she has actually aged gracefully.
All right, who's typing the essay?
Nothing. I was just putting something in the chat. Goodness.
You know I
Oh,
got
that was
wolf
just me.
ears.
That was
Mhm.
yes, you do, because you hear even a little bit of type. I didn't think it would be that loud.
Barton must
Just
have
because
learned
they get
something from
quiet.
the issues from the Family Dog cartoon he was involved with when doing the Beetlejuice cartoon. Had they ditched either the ex-wife or the Evan Peters wannabe, Beetlejuice 2 could have still have worked with merging the plots.
Yeah, she's not wrong. And it actually connects to what Buddy said earlier that Beetlejuice 2 like could have taken cues like from the animated series.
I didn't watch all of Beetlejuice 2. I had no interest in it. I never sat and said, gee, I would love to see a part 2 to this. And it's still out there, but I haven't seen it yet. So maybe I'll get around to doing it. But the storyline just didn't interest me for some reason. I didn't feel the need. I hope I'm not discouraging anybody who enjoyed it, because like Dom, it sounded like you really did. But it was
Oh
a
no.
world I didn't feel the need to go back to and see.
Well, even though like I was,
What was that?
Vampires.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
Everybody remembers
vampires. It was a live action and 3D animated fusion TV show back in the day.
that
Huh.
probably had 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons.
Go
Two
feed
seasons
your
and
baby, man.
no, she wants me to play with her.
They go play with her.
No, 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 no.
You can use the laser pointer on her.
You serious?
No, I played with her earlier.
What?
Uh,
Oh yeah, I think I'm probably the only one that does that.
no, I'm not laughing at you, Humble.
Let's see.
I'm laughing at my own self telling him, go play with your baby.
And I did. Yeah, see, yeah, no, I remember watching vampires as well, and even like back then, what a little kid he was, man. You know, they're trying to like ape on like Power Rangers, and the shows like came like after it.
Like I said, I'm a time capsule of a lot of stuff that people probably seen briefly or don't remember or just thought was a fever dream.
Well,
And even then, I'm still
you know,
up there in my memory bank.
right, and people thought vampires was a fever dream only to realize if they go on YouTube, like, no, it actually happened.
I watched it on UPN as well every Sunday
hmm
and reruns
The
of
thing,
the not the Conan show, but the Rambo show.
The thing is, like with vampires, like it's not a bad concept, but it just had a rather dodgy execution.
Animation mostly.
Yeah,
It needed the whole concept overall needed refinement.
yeah, and and no, like I mean, with this concept, like with that refinement, it can't be reworked like as a comic book series.
Okay, child. We know you like Elvira. Just list the next person. Well, first of all, here you go. And okay, back to Elvira.
Hey, like I said, even though she may be older, but she had taken very good care of herself and has aged gracefully like Linda Carter.
Yep, she could be my grandmother from another culture.
Yes, you're right. Down. Linda Carter has taken care of herself very well. One of my first and still all-time favorite actresses to play a superhero. Still
Linda
looks
Carter
great.
was Elvira.
Hmm.
Linda Carter was Elvira.
No, no. I mean Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Dawn made a mention about women that have taken care of themselves over the years, and Linda Carter has taken care of herself as well as the actress who's Avara.
That Wonder
Like
Woman
Mm-hmm.
even
line in Sky High went over my head as a 20 something.
man, no, like Kimmy when I saw Sky High, like, hey, that's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that
That
was
was
perfect
actually
casting.
the first Halloween costume I ever wore.
Really?
You were
Yes,
Elvira.
the Linda Carter Wonder
Oh,
Woman was just a pair of basketball shorts made to look like her shorts and a tank top made out of the cheap fabric used to make look like her top and then those plastic masks with the see-through eyes.
Yeah, but it's been said like Beetleborgs like took what vampires try to do and did the concept marginally better. You're
I
not wrong.
tried.
I
I
can say,
tried to get through Beetleborgs as an adult. I really tried. Oh my.
I mean, one of these days, like we can't do a retrospective on the series because it was an American adaptation of Metal Heroes.
Hmm. But
Now
I
the difference,
tried. I used to like Beetleborgs and Metallics. Like, oh my god,
right?
this did not age well.
Well, the difference like between vampires and Beetleborgs was it deals with kids like actually getting the powers of the favorite superheroes, but however it came at the price of the villains of the Beetleborgs being like transported to the real world.
Vampires was Vampires was a dystopian that was populated with machine vampires that just wants to guzzle up fuel from cars.
Right?
At least that's how I looked at it because like the location that they were in, it looked like a complete dead world. Especially when they fought the vampires in their machine forms.
Right.
It's like, is this a dystopian future where vampires run amok? But then again, when you really think about it, I mean, you guys can, in particular, can live free in that world. They really don't care about you guys. All
I
they
just
care
care.
about is the car and the fuel.
Yeah.
And there's never a case of them attempting to even try to devour the humans.
They just want the cars.
I mean, it'll deprive you guys of transportation, but hey, you guys can tame a horse
Mm-hmm.
or a cow
Same
for
with
that matter.
horse. Or heck, or you even like find other ways like to like get you any whatever vehicles you're using moving.
And if they don't have any more cars to feed on, well, tough for them. They like what they gonna do? Try to attack you guys?
Right. Buddy's saying, I'll take Beetleborgs over tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
Oh God,
Tattooed
Oh
teenage
man.
alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
that is one media I wish I had never been made aware of.
Huh.
Well, I was aware. I was aware of it, and my reaction was, yeah, I'll take Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Eh,
or Las
Jules
Luces
actually did a teenage high school story version for a while.
or Emo Rangers.
Emo.
Emo?
hmm YouTube.
Goodness.
Find it on YouTube. Called the
and
Emo Rangers.
I mean, but you're not wrong. Well, essentially, what vampires is essentially Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive if the vehicles were vampires.
I'm just saying, like, I'd rather watch Los Luchadores.
Oh,
Hey,
hmm,
Los
another
Luchadores!
oldie.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
My
well,
goodness,
Child of Flower, I
taste
mentioned
strong.
Big Wolf on camp. I mentioned Big Wolf on Campus earlier, and back then, like it was essentially the lighter Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But even so, like it does not say like there weren't any dramatic moments like in Big Wolf on Campus.
I've never seen that show, so I'll have to let y'all handle that one. But what I was going to bringing up, it's getting kind of late, but if we talked about Halloween and my observances, as a family tradition, with my family and relatives, we always come out and get together and do the Thriller dance routine. Never fails. Did it again this year, despite me being we was the mature ones. I still told them
You're
put
supposed
that
to
music
get
on.
it
I'm still going to
right.
try to do it. It's a tradition. But here's the
You
thing.
try to hide.
I was oh Wolf. Oh no, it's a tradition. It is, and I still remember that routine to this day. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But what got me was our younglings or our younger ones of our generation, and I did not think they were going to know it because I just think that they're young. And I said they don't know nothing about no Michael Jackson Thriller. They're into their K-pop Demon Hunters and other stuff. They don't know how to come out here and do this routine. And that's what I said because they was wearing some of the costumes was K-pop Demon Hunters and all that. And I said they're into that. They don't know about Thriller. They don't know about the Thriller routine and what that video meant. And let me tell you something about that video for all you out there. You guys just don't know how big Thriller was. That thing changed the way the music video was made. That was so groundbreaking. And so what we could have stopped talking about it. Kids in school would leave class early to go to whoever's house had MTV just to watch the video, and no one just knew Michael took the art of the music video to such a height that everybody after that tried to catch up with Thriller. I just think it's not only classic for music video, but just all form of entertainment because it was Michael considered it to be a short form movie. That's what he wanted to do,
Mhm.
and it has stood the test of time. And I say this
So,
because
what happened next?
what do you mean?
You were in the middle of telling a story about kids not knowing the Michael Jackson song Thriller.
About to get to that, humble. I was about to get to that. So I'm just talking from experience with our little younglings, and I did. And I told them they don't know nothing about no Thriller. They're into their K-pop Demon Hunter. They want to sing their K-pop Demon Hunter songs, which I wouldn't have interrupted because I can understand this is their thing. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. I was shocked that they knew the routine. Because when we got up and started doing it, they jumped in and started doing it too. And I was like, hold, wait. How do y'all know Thriller? Y'all are way not even born with the Thriller. How do you know that routine? But they knew the routine, and some of them said where they mom and grandma showed them the video and know how to do it. That's what got me. And the reason I say this is because I asked, I said, I didn't think they could do it. I said, well, we ain't stopping. We're going to turn that music on. As soon as it's time to get that routine going, we're going to do it. They were doing it. And I'm talking the Z, Y, millennial, I don't, Gen Alpha, little younglings, little thing, were dancing right along with us in step just all of us as adults. Now, I was surprised by that. And the reason I was surprised about it, I even even tell them, child of flower, maybe that's so. I think, but they told me in some schools, but they told me that family members had taught them the thriller routine. But you're right, some PE classes do have it as a routine. One told me, I asked my little cousin, I said, "Where'd you learn that?" In summer school. The point I'm trying to make is that is how iconic uh, uh, Michael Jackson as a performer and showman, and that video. I think Wolf did it on purpose, but while I was talking, I think he's doing it on purpose.
Let
You don't
me
want to hear me
enjoy
talk
this.
about Michael Jackson Twitter, yeah,
Oh, I'm
and then
hearing
Mark.
you. Just let me enjoy this.
But what I'm saying, it's not just me. If you go on YouTube, which I did, there were other in other cities around the USA on Friday night at midnight. There were crowds of people doing the Thriller routine. I know in New York they had a Halloween parade and everybody stopped to do the Thriller routine. Now we did it in our neighborhood. The year before we did it outside because the weather was kind of warm for October. So we were able to go outside in our backyard and do it. And we knew nobody, our neighbors didn't care because it was Halloween, so they didn't care if everybody was having parties and stuff. So they didn't care if we
Hmm.
blasted the music and did the routine. And today it was a park where we lived by, and we went out there and blasted. And we figured on Friday nobody's going to care. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is it's just iconic. Even this generation knows that routine. It just goes to show you. Some people say, "What is it?" I don't know what will last 40 years from now with the music. I don't know if K-pop Demon Hummers will still, their songs or something will still last from now. But you got
They will.
my generation, but you got my generation, and you got the younger generation. That song came on when it was time to hit it. Everybody hit it, and it just solidifies how iconic. And that's what a true iconic artist is. It is someone that can transcend generations. And every
Hmm.
Halloween, the Thriller routine transcends to everybody, and the music video, which I looked back at again over this past Friday. So I got to watch the whole thing again. And then we had one where, and they were young. I'm talking about the young ones. And the guy, young boy, his sister did the video from the whole beginning. He said, "No, no, no, Auntie, we got to do the whole thing." He put on he had a Michael Jackson costume, and the girl had an outfit similar to Ola Ray. And they did the beginning, when they come out of the movie theater and they start walking down the street and Michael sing. They did the whole thing, and I'm sitting there going, I didn't think they could get this. I really didn't think they could. So it just shows you how they transcend. It transcends. So I mean, I don't have any other Halloween story to tell you, but I'm just amazed at how what an icon really does. What transcends. It's talking. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I've been out of school for so long, but uh, I was impressed and proud. I said, I'm proud to see you guys are still embracing music that
Of
is
yesteryear.
older than you. Yeah, of yesteryear. Because I'm like, I was impressed that they knew the routine. I'm like, they ain't gonna know no with the Thriller. We're the only ones who know how to do that. But all of
Dude,
us
Right.
was out
K-pop
there doing
Demon
it, had
Hunters is
fun.
K-pop Demon Hunters is pop music. It is going to basically be a gateway drug to the rest of the music.
Mm,
Also, what really, what, one of the aspects of K-pop Demon Hunter is that actually will make it a modern timeless classic is its soundtrack, where it's not just pop. Well, you also have like hip hop, rock, and rap like through like how it's done.
it's accessible for anybody who may not be into K dramas or K-pop for that matter. It's accessible for that, and as I said in the streams that we talked about it, it's a complete antithesis of what is being pushed out today. And I'm not going to get into a long-winded rant on that one, but Demon Hunters is definitely one that's really going to be out there. That's going to a marginally healthy degree will be something that the kids will definitely enjoy. That we
Hmm.
all know will enjoy. Some people might not get, some people might not like it, but it's harmless compared to what's been pushed out.
Hmm.
And if nothing else, as long as we're there to at least like give them some semblance of education of what the songs are really about, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I want to be clear. I'm not trying to put down K-pop Demon Hunters, even though it's not my thing. I got to be honest about that. I know you all are
Because
fans,
a lot
but I
of
got
people
to tell the
think
truth.
that Golden
I'm just.
is the new Let It Go. It's not. Golden is actually the antithesis of Let It Go.
Yes,
Golden is
it
actually
is.
the
Very
antithesis.
much.
Is
I'll
really.
take.
It,
Sorry,
you want to say
if I
something?
interrupted. I was gonna say I'll take Soda Pop over Let It Go.
And
I'll
Soda Pop
take
is
how
about
it's
eating
I'll
people.
take yeah. And I'll take how it's done over Let It Go.
Well, the thing is, Golden is in the movie's story context is meant to be the magnum opus to strengthening and forever achieving the golden home moon, the power shield that encapsulates the whole planet that keeps the world of the living safe from the world of the demons.
Hmm.
They
Like
thought that
even in
that
the
was
music.
going to be the one thing, but what was really hurting them or really preventing them from us achieving golden home moon was the fact that is the song is it's not really just them, it's the song itself. The song is a falsity
The falsity.
to their personalities, to their being. Like
Yeah, where
if you listen to the lyrics, it sounds exactly the same as any other pop song that's supposed to be the empower women song. But it's also
hmm
kind of a positive song, but at the end, but in its core it's still just
it's
it's just that it's not really taking into account of what are you saying within yourself though, ladies.
yeah, whereas like the last song, it speaks like the objective truth on their individual characters.
Well, what it sounds like is basically a confessional.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much a confessional. That's why a lot of people are not trying that's why people are seeing Christian themes within that movie, because that was basically what that was. It came off as a confessional and taking accountability.
Hmm.
It's not really
Hmm.
a sort of self acceptance type of song. It's more of a taking accountability and humble song.
Hmm. Like
Like the
even the music video for Golden Light, we as viewers are actually like, given a glimpse when like each of the girls is like backstories, like even more, or even
uh,
when it was mentioned in the beginning of the movie.
Even
I
pulled an
wasn't.
Uno reverse card on one of the main bad guys.
I wasn't
no
trying for those.
child, it's not the Let It Go of the movie.
I
It's
thought
golden.
this
It's
No,
was
really
what it
golden.
sounds like was the Let It Go of the movie.
No,
no.
Mm,
Let's see. What?
it's golden. Golden is kind of the Let It Go, but it's not
But
really
it's
so
the
much.
Golden
antithesis
was like
of Let It Go.
the song used to establish what their mindset was at the beginning of the
The I Want
movie.
song, kind of.
And the
Hmm.
finale song was when they finally got their, well, of course, at the climax, it kind of fell apart. And then at the resolution song, that was when they got all their stuff together. And one of the demons ended up becoming one of their biggest fans. And that ended up being the guy that tried to seduce Rumi. And it ended up being the other way
Genu.
around.
Genu.
Yeah, Gino.
And what? It was
Just wait
actually
until.
what is mentioned like so far for like a plot line for the sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters. It'll actually explore the origins of how the latest incarnation of Demon Hunters came to be. In this case, with Zoe, Rumi, and Mira.
Just wait until Treehouse of Horrors does a lame K-pop parody of K-pop Demon Hunters.
I mean, modern Treehouse of Horrors. Well, they will not hold the same candle as the classic Treehouse of Horrors from classic Simpsons.
It would have been kind of funny if they did a K-pop Demon Hunters, but the one that actually did the singing was instead of being my brain is having brain fart today. Who is the daughter that plays the saxophone?
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa.
Lisa. Instead of Lisa, have it be the three people who rarely get along: Ned Flanders, Homer Simpson, and just because we want to have someone have a death metal scream, let's have the Scottish guy who rips his shirt. Okay.
Oh, that would actually be hilarious.
Talking about
Yes.
Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Willie, yes.
That was funny when he did that. Yeah.
And grease me.
Yeah, good. Like, she said, "Okay."
I mean,
Groundskeeper Willie.
if look,
Groundskeeper
if that
Willie
were to
was
happen,
funny.
look, if that would have happened, it would actually be like reminiscent of the Treehouse of Horrors of old.
Yeah, the early Treehouse of Horrors, like in the '90s, were hilarious. I look back at a few episodes, not so much now. I think the Simpsons have outlived. They're way past their due date. But when they first started in the '90s, they were hilarious.
What also what made the Treehouse of Horrors like timeless classics as much as classic Simpsons is those parodies like were affectionate homages like to the movies or shows that they were like parodying.
And also, I want to say when I mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters, when I was talking, for those of you who are fans, I'm not putting you guys down. I was just trying to show the generation difference of what is music now
Hmm.
and what then. And usually the younger ones probably have no idea really what Thriller was all about. But for them to know the routine and to do it and follow along with us, I was quite impressed with that. Now, do I have a bias? Yes, I do. I will take Thriller over K-pop any day. I'm sorry, no offense.
No,
Just
it's
that's
okay.
just me. But the video and the routine is just iconic because everybody everywhere of every age knows it and can do it. And lately, we're not getting music like that anymore. Back then, we could. We don't have not so much of it now. So that's all I was saying, and that
And
made I was impressed that they were so young and they knew how to do the whole routine and understand the video and everything. And it just
Well,
attests
we
to Michael's music and staying power.
right, and we will touch more on that like next year for the real millennials.
Okay.
I can keep talking.
No,
Well,
no,
just wanted to
I'm just
bring that up.
admiring the poster of the first Underworld,
Such an iconic poster.
right?
Oh yeah, it is.
And
I like the first movie.
I used to when I first saw that poster, and I barely skimmed through the trailer because sometimes the trailer would be on commercial, and I would never seen to catch a full glimpse of it. I thought it was just it was all about mysticism, like witches and warlocks. Lo and behold, same guy also directed The Covenant about warlocks. Wish that movie had gotten a sequel.
The Covenant.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, there was a lot wrong with that movie.
It yeah.
it
It
was,
could have.
but it had redeeming qualities.
Yeah, it had potential. Yeah, it does. It had potentials. I like the idea of warlocks. I thought that was cool, but
Well, the problem
sometimes
with it was, don't mean to stop you right there, Leia, but the problem
no. Go ahead.
with the Covenant was that the story wasn't ironed enough. That's the thing. Plus, the powers wasn't really that well defined, let alone established amongst the the fraternity. I'm gonna call them a fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
they they tend to do powers as the plot demanded. Like, sure, they established that they can alter gravity around them. They can also use telekinesis, which is a given. Um, Spiders were made and can be projected, but also can be familiars too. And then there's a specter that can appear to you to let you know that hey, I'm the guy that got killed by one of your crew. Like things were just thrown at us like just left and right, not nearly enough to for us to let it sink in enough to what was going on with the film. And then on
In
top,
other words, like the Covenant was operating under under a soft magic system instead of a hard magic system.
right, and that was another thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what the problem was. It was the soft magic system. It wasn't. It was too loose
Yeah,
for
because
that
like
matter.
even within a soft magic system, like there are still like it still like establishes the rules.
Right.
The music was good though.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, and I think if they had established the rules just a little bit better, I think the film would have turned out just a little bit better. But it had things that were there, but sometimes things were just not executed.
Sadly, also the actors weren't well. Aside from Stephen Strait and what's his name, Taylor Keach was
Yeah,
oh along with Sebastian Stan being the better ones, but everybody else was
Yeah,
just mm-mm.
yeah,
Aw,
yeah. Everybody else was just
uh,
just there.
The guy who played Reed was marginally good, but the love interest and her homegirl, mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah.
And I watched that movie like 10 times, and on my 12th time, that's where I was catching it. I was like, mm-mm, this girl, mm-mm. I hope she did better because this movie was not her finest. Mm-mm.
and
That
you
and the guy
know,
who played the bully, I was like, oh my god, can you not talk? Can you please not talk?
like on one hand, like it would have been good to actually bring back the Covenant, so like everything like could be more refined. But on the other hand, it's a blessing in disguise that no one's in talks of remaking the Covenant.
Well, the thing is, Lynn Wiseman had a really good setup to make a World of Darkness series franchise for that
Right.
matter. He had a good setup right there to make a World of Darkness franchise. Now that I think about it, because he had the
Yeah.
werewolves, he had the vampires, and then he later had the warlocks.
Majors.
And you really could have established a World of Darkness franchise with that one.
True. Because I was like, back then, like there was an adaptation of Vampire the Masquerade, but it was just called The Kindred.
Hmm. And if you really look at it, it really did feel like Vampire the Masquerade. Like they were trying to make sure everything stays hidden. Nobody's trying not to expose each clans or covenants. They had like Liv, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Well, in the case, case like of the Covenant, it was an adaptation of old World of Darkness's like Mage the Ascension.
But given the fact that if they, I'm glad that the covenant did not take place in the underworld universe because those guys would have been dead. It's like, there is no debate. Those guys would have been dead if they ever confronted the vampires and the werewolves. It's like I don't give a damn how well you can lift things with your mind. I don't care how well you can throw your little invisible fart ball. Them vampires bite you. Them vampires and werewolves bite you. It's over for you
Well,
because it's
speaking of the
established.
underworlds,
It's quite established in the underworld universe that some people do get lucky when they get bitten by a werewolf or or a vampire.
or vampire.
It just depends on the circumstances. They don't really go into far detail of what those circumstances is, but Celine says nobody's like nobody's ever survived by the bite of a werewolf and lived to tell about it. Because
Right.
usually the werewolves eat your ass. That's supposed to be funny, but okay.
No,
No,
I
no,
get
no.
it.
I was laughing. No, I was laughing. I got it too, and it was just I was laughing internally. Well, when it comes like to how vampires and werewolves were treated in in the Underworld series, like how do you feel about like making their or like giving them a scientific origins instead of remaining true to their mystical origins?
I didn't mind it because there was still room for mysticism too, and at the time what they were doing what was akin to mysticism, like in Underworld 2, where Celine runs past the trees when invading a shotgunner. There's a scene where she just zips across from point A to point B, and she appears
Yeah,
right in front of the shotgunner.
and to the film series' credit, like it does not completely dismiss as the supernatural. Like it's there, but like the supernatural is looked through a scientific lens in a way.
Well, the thing is, it's subjective whether or not they're mystical. The legends can still be a thing. It's just the fact
Right.
that when we see them present, we know it's just scientific, obviously. But when it comes down to what people have seen so far, or what they were able to witness and live to tell about it, that's when the superstitions start coming in. Hell, even in Rise of the Lycans, there was hints of superstition or propaganda, or at least propaganda disguised as superstition.
Right.
How Victor was operating when he was rule. Yeah, Underworld was fun franchise while it lasted. It do- it does sadden me to know that the waifu war is it came to an end, and both movies that they chose to end it on failed miserably. Both of them,
I
and
think
I'm even
maybe
I'm even sadder at the fact that at the end of the waifu wars, one of them stayed married.
Yep.
I'm like, man, Lynn, how'd you fuck that up?
What?
I expected, I expected Anderson and Jovovich to divorce. No, it was Lynn. I was like, oh my god, and to learn that Lynn and Beckinsale freaking divorced before Blood Wars came out. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. But even more embarrassing that both their movies sucked.
for under. I think perhaps this is my personal theory. I think they just made too many movies. I think at
No, that
some
was the
point
no, that's
they
an
had to
inside
end
joke.
it.
Don't read too much into it. It's an inside joke.
No, I get it, but just me. I'm just being honest. I
I'm gonna
think
explain. I'm
sometimes
going to
it went
explain the
on.
joke. I know I'm committing a moral sin doing this, but I'm gonna
You come.
explain the joke.
No, you
What the
don't
joke?
have to.
No,
I'm.
No, no,
don't explain the
no,
joke.
no. For tonight, I got to explain the waifu war that was happening over the course of the years. That was the most exciting thing that was happening. That was really for every for every like marginally good to bad year. At least we had the waifu wars to keep us uplifted, because that right there was amazing. And what I like to describe the waifu war was, for every shitty Resident Evil film, we had at least marginally good or marginally shitty Underworld movie coming in, because these motherfuckers were playing the best fight. Who had the better wife that he married? Both Aaronson and Lens Wiseman really got noticed with their opening movies. Granted, Anderson already led with Mortal Kombat, but like his crowning jewel was Resident Evil, right there. And after Resident Evil, him and Mila Jovovich got married. Or at least I think after Resident Evil Apocalypse, him and Jovovich got married. Lilu from Fifth Element, for those who don't know, or Alice in the Resident Evil films. And then Underworld happened sometime I think sometime after Resident Evil Apocalypse. Yeah, Resident Evil Apocalypse, and then Underworld came in. And after Underworld, Lynn married the actress Kate Beckinsale, who was Celine in the first Underworld movie, and going forward. So every Resident Evil film came out, you could bet that there was an Underworld movie coming out in the same fucking year, in the same freaking season, summer.
It's
And
true.
don't tell me, bro, don't tell me this was a fucking coincidence either, because you knew the franchise was done when both of their movies came out at the tail end of the last year that they decided to close the chapter on both their movies. But then Blood Wars wasn't even directed by Lynn. Lynn had given the reins to some random broad, and we all know how that turned out.
Odd.
Oh my goodness, it was awkward as
You
hell.
got that right.
Because Resident Evil, the last chapter, the final chapter came out before Blood Wars. The final chapter came out around, I think, came out around either July or November. And then Blood Wars came out in December, which was the worst mistake she could ever do. And I was like, wait, what the fuck happened? And I looked it up. Especially, I said this during my Underworld stream where I was soloing it originally. I said, oh, of course it was a fucking woman that wrote this shit. Oh, final. When are you ever not going to be original? We know Alice was a fucking Mary Sue. Get over it.
Very first Mary Sue character, Alice from Paul W.S. Anderson's Resident Evil movies.
She
No,
wasn't.
no, the first Mary Sue character was literally named Mary Sue, and she was from a Star Trek fanfic that
Yeah.
all the
Alice,
things that one fanfic writer found annoying.
and mind you, Alice is not the first movie with Mary Sue. There was plenty of others out there before her. Even
Oh yeah. Yep.
get it right. But no, the Waifu Wars was like the best distraction ever in those times. These motherfuckers, like I'm telling you right now, you cannot bullshit me that these motherfuckers was not trying to parade their wives on the damn screen. And to be honest, I think they were playing a game. I don't think they were really like competing. They were just like I bet you I can make a movie and tell you I have the best wife. I bet you I can do you one better. And I'm just like, bro, like, and get this, every single movie, every single sequel, their wives kept getting stronger and stronger. Tell me they weren't doing that shit with each other. Then on top of that, motherfuckers branched out again outside their own franchises. Uh, Anderson with Death Race, and later on Monster Hunter, which I don't even want to talk about that one. And Lynn doing the remake to Total Recall and still has wife in it. I was like, man, like I said, that I will. I think even if I hit 80, I'll still remember that time. It's like that was some funny ass shit. For every Resident Evil film, there was an Underworld film, and for every Fast and Furious film, there was a Transformers film. Still is, kinda, these days. Because you cannot lie to me and say that the Transformers movies was competing with the Fast movies.
No, they were all kind of competing. They still are all kind of competing.
But I'm saying like there were specific ones that were really competing, like really just rolling in the dough, just completely rolling in the dough. I would love to go back to some times where the waifu war was being fought hard too. And like I said, I'm just perplexed that it went out like a snivel at the end. It's like, oh damn. It's like y'all couldn't even go out on a bang, and one of y'all got divorced. It's like, man, I was hoping to see at least a nice fruitful ending to that battle. We ain't never gonna get no waifu wars anymore now. Damn.
Oh, we might get something different.
No, all
And
we
it's
got
still
is
war.
no. We got the ab wars. That's what we have
Ab
now.
wars?
We have the ab wars, where we always got the next hottest dude with the 6-figure abs. That's what we got now. Now we got oily shiny dudes and baggage girls today. It's like they that's no fun. It's not fun. If I want to see some ad dudes, I'll go to a fucking muscle competition. It's like that's all we have now. We got ab wars. It's like who got the better abs? We all know who it is. Tom Cruise.
Really?
You could throw Chris Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, I was
They
about
will
to say Chris
never
Hill.
compete. They will never compete with Tom's melty abs.
You sure? I always thought Helmsworth abs kind of got it going on there.
Nope.
To me. Oh,
Tom
well,
Cruise.
you
Tom
just
Cruise got the best abs.
Okay.
Tom Cruise has the best abs. Ain't nobody gonna beat Grandpa Tom Cruise in the abs department. And I'm saying that because Schwarzenegger and Stallone are already in retirement on the abs department.
True.
So that's why I'm excluding them. Because if they were still like, yeah, they're still working, but I'm saying like Tom Cruise right now, at his age, he still got his abs. And none of these motherfuckers is not impressing me with their abs like Tom Cruise with his melty
No,
abs.
Cruz, like he's keeping himself in good shape.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I will agree.
But
Yes.
but seriously, ladies, that's what we're dealing with right now. Currently, we're dealing with the ad wars right now, and I ain't seeing
And
no end to that shit.
we're we're yet everybody is missing the waifu wars.
Mm-hmm. It's like see, the waifu wars. At least I had some entertainment. We could talk shit about their films, and they still made them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and they made them with confidence. They were proud of their wives too.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna be proud of washboard abs every fucking screen?
When they
Can't even look at
find a
no.
hot chick that has washboard abs, it will be the washboard waifu wars.
It's like you can't even.
I
It's
can grade cheese better under my boobies than
but
you.
the reason why I'm complaining is because we got that, but we're denied
Oh.
titty. We don't
Well,
get the
because
titty war.
the reason like for that is because of the rise of political
I don't
correctness.
need no damn
But
answers.
the
I know
good
what the hell why we getting that shit. But I'm just saying
hey,
that's my gripe about the ab wars. That's all we
yeah,
got right now. That's the only thing appealing right now. We don't even get no
but
titty war.
I'm saying the good news is we're still going through this return to form we're experiencing in the West. So like
It ain't coming
we are
fast
seeing
enough.
them coming back.
It ain't coming fast enough.
You gotta be patient,
Give
man.
it
You know,
time.
like things are turning back to how they were. Not exactly
Oh,
from our
God.
generation.
We've already gotten at least one person online saying, "Look how womanly I am. I can bake brownies." And a guy's like, "I'm a dude. I bake brownies for my grandkids." And that has been one of the more entertaining arguments online.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, like, I love that the ladies got the ab wars, but we don't get no titty war. At least,
Well, Well, I mean,
What I'm
what
talking
was
about is I'm not talking about no breast exposure, no nipple slip or anything like
well,
that. I'm
no.
just saying like I want me some full figures, some thick ladies, whatever. Just make them look appealing. We don't even get. I'm just saying like we don't get none of that no more.
Well, hey, wait, there's
That's
Sydney
only
Sweeney.
one child. That's just one, and her head on straight.
Sydney
Well,
Wolf,
yeah,
wolf,
Sweeney.
wolf,
yeah,
wolf, wolf,
she
wolf.
has her head on straight.
Her and
Well,
maybe
also, well,
Dakota
she's not the,
Johnson.
yeah, Dakota
And
Johnson,
she
but
has
they're
a
not.
company that decided to defend her.
Yeah, and they're not the only ones. Ones that are pushing back against like the nonsense that's political correctness and the SJ hobos.
Maybe Kira Knightley. I don't know.
It's funny you mentioned Keira Knightley because like the crew of Pop Culture Crisis, they were just talking about her in their latest episode.
But let's start wrapping it up. It's about to be. It's far past Leia's bedtime, anyways.
Yeah, you're off, but I gotta yeah, I gotta work in the morning, so I'm gonna have to
Well, I
wrap
got
it up
work tomorrow.
myself.
I'm just got. I'm just saying. Close off of
And
that.
I
We need the
accidentally
wifey
grabbed a.
war.
Mm.
We need a director to marry his damn co-star again, or something, and
Oh my
compete with
god.
Paul Anderson again, and get him to make Resident Evil
Be,
films again, or some
be
shit.
careful with the saying or something, because you will get the or something.
I'm welcoming on something. I'm bored. Damn it.
Oh God.
Like you talk to a guy who said this
Oh
to his
goodness.
friend one time when I told him proudly that I'm officially powered and shit just to watch it instead of going to the movies for it. He's like, yeah, but you ain't got no VPN. Yeah, so it's like, but you know that they might send the FBI on you to investigate you. Yeah, so
Phone
are you?
guard. The
No,
mobile
that's
device VPN.
that is literally my response. Yeah, so
Okay.
he's like, but you're talking to the guy who is so bored that the FBI breaking down his door is the most exciting thing for him all year. That's what I
Fair point.
told him.
Using it.
That is
Okay.
what I told him. I'm like, I'm so bored. That's the most exciting thing I'm waiting for.
The
So,
FBI to kick your door in. Okay.
It's like I'm counting on them to investigate my downloading of illegal download movies. Like damn, like fuck. That's how bored I am of this past years. These past couple of years. I'm waiting for somebody to fucking break down my door. Unexpectedly, even if need be.
or
But yeah,
somebody swatting you.
a song. It's like shit. Like I'm gonna be scared of my fucking mind for once.
Thank you, Wade.
Well, do not invite the FBI to do this.
uh, I might go to jail for a couple of months, maybe even more. But I'm like,
Well,
shit.
well, give it.
Same thing that happened to me all fucking year.
Well,
I'll live
granted,
with my
like the
consequences.
reputation. Well,
Look,
well,
I'll
granted,
live
like
with
the
my consequences because I'll be satisfied.
well, granted, like the reputations like of the FBI, the CIA, and the other three little organizations, they're pretty much like I went down the toilet like for a while.
All I'm
Mm,
saying is I'll be
the one
sitting there
who
with my arms
has the
out at the
most
bar, like fucking
exciting
worth it.
job right now is is an FBI agent that has to shadow a VTuber because he's an astronaut.
My whole thing is, like I said, that's how bored I fucking am. And
So,
I'm not even
so,
bored
so,
with work, not bored with home life. I'm just like internally bored.
so you're, in other words, you're feeling like Ryuk.
And I'm still bored, child. I'm still waiting for this year. I'm still waiting for this year to be over, dude. It's like Jesus Christ, this is so fucking.
But you don't have long. We only have 60 days left of this year. So you
Mm.
don't have long, but I know how you feel. This has been
So,
great. Yeah.
I thank everybody for being here. Those my goodness, y'all came in clutch today. A whole lot of y'all. There were six of y'all, and also those nonsense motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. Ah, tune in this week. We're gonna have some stuff going on. We got some stuff going on this November. We'll make it fun. We'll try and make it fun and not drama or dreary or depressing. We're not gonna say what it is. We already said it yesterday. Y'all know what it is. I just dropped the Tron intro for the stream that we did previously up on the YouTube channel. So y'all feel free to go and watch that on loop if you want to, or if you guys can tell me what I could improve upon in my my practice in editing. Do so if you want to. I could use a bit
No,
of editing know-how to improve on the intros.
right. As
Then of course,
for this,
go on.
as as for what we're going to do for this coming Thursday of the Real Millennials, is we're going to have a fun discussion on were creatures, be it werewolves, wolves, were cats, and everything else in between.
Do you need me to get
Sure.
my monster encyclopedia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The lovely day of our plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and thank you for joining us for this after Halloween stream that we have. If you have any thoughts or comments about what you did for the holiday or what you didn't do, maybe you stayed at home and just did a marathon of your favorite spooky movies or TV shows, please leave us in the comments below and tell us why you chose them and why they are your favorite, or if you'd like to make comments about things we discussed today about the Addams Family or the Underworld series or anything else. Thriller, you want to make any comments about Thriller? Go right ahead. You want to hear from that? We welcome them. But until then, also like and share this video with others who might be interested in. But until then, I wish everybody a good week. Let's try to show some love and compassion to others out there that could be struggling. Let's try to get our humanity back, people. Let's get some compassion out there for those who could be struggling, whether it be financially or whatever. There's a lot going on, and we need to try to reach out and help one another, friends, family, whatever. But until then, everybody have a good week, and we hope to hear from you soon.
The humble as a writer's humble Marty.
Hello, I am Humble Marty, and I write things. I heard the little hint, hint. More thriller comments. Also, thank you for coming to our little live stream and hearing about all of our wonderful commentary.
The Hound of the Sardonic Pal.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on our belated Halloween episode of the Real Millennials. Make sure you stay tuned for our upcoming episode concerning werewolves and other were creatures and everything else in between. Even though we have in store for this year before it ends. So until then, this is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight of maintaining hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world. Because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers. Hope you all have a good rest of your night.
Is your welcome at Wolf Tan. Remind you guys once again that we are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf